So what if the key to our future isn't just about building shiny new tech, but about building the people who will innovate? We're going to look at a company today that's all in on this idea, that to build tomorrow, you've got to totally rethink how we teach today.
All right, so let's get into it. The company is called EdgeFX Technologies, and their whole mission, really, is built on this one powerful idea. Let's stop just making kids memorize facts. Instead, let's get them actively creating, solving problems, and actually innovating.
And this, it brings us to one of the biggest questions in education right now. I mean, seriously, think about it. How on earth do you teach skills for jobs that don't even exist yet? It's a huge challenge, right? Well, EdgeFX is basically betting that the answer is to let students get their hands dirty.
Okay, so let's see how they're actually making this happen, how they're turning this big idea into reality. And our first stop, well, it's a brand new state-of-the-art lab, and the whole point is to bring this cutting-edge tech straight to public school students.
And yeah, we're not talking about some fancy, exclusive private school here. Get this. A new EdgeFX STEM Robotics lab just opened at a government school in Thuvakudi, Tamil Nadu. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? Making sure everyone has access to these tools of innovation.
Now, here's what tells you this is a big deal. Look at who showed up for the launch. We're talking top government officials. Even the education minister of Tamil Nadu was there. When you get that kind of support, you know it's not just some little side project. No, this is a major, officially backed move towards a whole new way of learning.
And this quote, man, it really sums it all up. Look, this isn't just about handing kids some cool new toys. It's about giving them real, honest-to-goodness exposure to the tech that's going to shape their world. And maybe even more important, it's about building that innovative mindset right from the start.
Okay, so they've got the cool lab, they've got the big mission, but here's the real question. Does it actually work? Let's see what happens when this training leaves the classroom and hits the real world, when these skills are put to the ultimate test, a competition.
So what were the results? Well, they kind of speak for themselves, don't they? First place. Yep, that's what happens when you put this new way of learning on the line.
That's right. The top prize was snagged by a team trained by EdgeFX at the Techno competition in Haldwani. You can't really ask for a better, more clear-cut validation of their whole approach than that, can you?
So, what did they actually build? I mean, what kind of invention is so good it beats everyone else and earns you that first-place trophy? Let's find out.
Okay, so their winning project was all about something called Li-Fi technology. So you know how Wi-Fi sends data using radio waves? We all use it every day. Well, imagine doing the exact same thing, but with light. That's Li-Fi. It's seriously advanced stuff, like next-generation communication tech.
And this is what blows my mind. It really shows you what level these students are on. They didn't just, write a report about Li-Fi. They didn't just watch a YouTube video. Nope. They actually designed and built a working Li-Fi data transfer device. And that, right there, is the huge difference between just knowing about something and truly understanding it.
So a high-tech lab is great. Winning a competition is awesome. But what's the secret sauce here? What's the core philosophy that's actually driving all this success? Let's pull back the curtain a bit and see what makes it all tick.
It really boils down to these 4 key ideas, these pillars. First, there's ownership, teaching students to, take charge of their own learning. Then excellence, always pushing to be the best. Of course, there's innovation, never stop trying to create something new. And finally, and this one's huge, utility, making sure that whatever you're learning can actually be used in the real world.
All right, let's step back for a second and look at the big picture here. Why does this hands-on, innovation-first way of doing things matter so much? What's the larger impact on education as a whole?
I mean, this really lays out the difference perfectly. On one hand, you've got the traditional way of learning, right? It's mostly based on theory, a lot of memorization, and honestly, it can be pretty passive. But then you look at the EdgeFX way. It's hands-on, it's about actively solving problems, and it's all driven by creativity. We're talking about a completely different idea of what a classroom even is.
And really, at the end of the day, that's the goal. It's not just about building better robots or cooler gadgets. It's about shaping confident, capable, future-ready people. We're talking about students who aren't just ready to get a job. They're ready to lead, to innovate, and to create the actual industries of tomorrow.
And that kind of leaves us with a pretty inspiring question to chew on, doesn't it? If these students with this kind of hands-on training are already building advanced Li-Fi devices today, I mean, just imagine. What world-changing problems are they going to solve tomorrow?